Riley, how do you play?
Hi guys, it's Allie, and I am here with my beautiful grandmother, who is my mother. She raised me my entire life. And Roman, please settle down. I'm making a video. We are going to do Tabletopics. It's questions for grandparents and grandchildren. We're going to ask her a few questions, and I'm very interested to hear the answers. Roman, you're going to get a strike. Please stop. Okay? Thank you. Okay, so we're going to open it up. Never used it before. It's brand new. I got this in Lake George, actually. Yeah, I got it in Lake George. So these are all random cards. You pick one. Okay, let's see what the question is. What would be the title of your autobiography?
My life
if you wrote a book about yourself.
growing up in New York City.
My life growing up in New York City. I love that. Yeah, she's a New Yorker at heart. She is a tough New Yorker. Where'd you grow up in New York?
East Harlem.
In Harlem. She's from Harlem. So yeah, she's a tough cookie right here.
Al Pacino came from there.
From Harlem. And didn't you you used to go to school there, right? You went to school in Harlem?
Oh, yeah, St. Paul's School.
Yeah.
Right on 117th Street.
And
off Lexington Avenue.
I want to hear all about that. We need to sit down. I want to, because I want the kids to know about your life. They don't know about your life, you know? I'm here picking up. Because it's simple. Can we do like 3 of them? Because they're simple? Okay. All right, Roman, you don't want to strike, honey. What's the worst area of the house to clean? I've never opened these. I didn't know they're like funny questions.
I had to think about that. There's a lot of space to clean.
Yeah.
The bathroom.
I was going to say the bathroom.
The bathroom.
Yeah.
That would probably be anybody's answer.
Bathroom,
Yeah.
Bathroom.
Quickly do
Bathroom.
Pick a random. You pick them like, yeah, any part. Okay. What nickname have you been called? This is a perfect question.
Oh.
Joy Bell.
Joy Bell. And that is where I got the name for Joy Bella. I named my company after this woman who raised me.
That card came up.
Yeah. And because I told you choose from a different place. What is the nickname you have been called? So, yeah.
My grandfather called me Joy Bell.
Yeah, can you say why, where that nickname came from?
My grandfather, Patrick Joseph Brown, who I loved with all my heart. He was a wonderful man.
I wish I got to meet him.
And he would have loved you, and he would have loved all of you.
Yeah.
But he used to call me Joy Bell.
Yep. And that's where I got the name for Joy Bella.
Yeah.
So our family business is named after the matriarch of our family. Could you do 2 more? I promise. I won't keep going. They're fun, you know, and they're simple questions. Okay. Is it more fun to be a parent or a child? You're still a child. Everybody's still a child. I'm still a child.
I'm going to say a parent.
How come?
Because I love having children. It was the more important thing in my life. The most important thing I ever did was having children and grandchildren, and I love children, and so I'd say a parent and a grandparent and a great grandparent.
Yep, she's a great grandma. And after, she had already raised her children, she took on me as her child and raised another child, and I probably gave her the hardest time.
No,
I'm sorry.
No, you're wonderful.
I probably gave her the hardest time,
wonderful.
but yeah, she had already raised her kids and was done and didn't have to, and she raised me and gave me an amazing life. So, okay, last one for now, and then I'm gonna bring these down westward, and I want to do it with you and Dad. Okay. What childhood friend would you like to reconnect with? Who did you just see today? Look, she just saw her childhood friend today.
No, she wasn't my childhood.
Oh.
She was my children's. Her kids went to Wee Wisdom Montessori School in Pelham, New York, with her children. Yep. So I knew her when I was in my late 20s.
And how many years have you known her for? What did you say before? How many years? 50-year friendship. 50 years. I have 20 years with Michelle and Jody Torres and Tiffany and Jody McSweeney. Yeah. So
you're not old enough to have 50 years.
Ask you a question.
Well, I have 20 years. You want? Oh, she has her own question she wants to ask.
Pick one.
Oh, you want to do it? Okay. I didn't know that these are. I thought that they were going to be like long questions, but they're
What's
nice.
the craziest thing you've ever seen at a wedding? Happen.
I tell you the truth, I haven't been to that many weddings. And
Okay, so then we'll re-roll.
Oh, okay.
Pick one.
I haven't seen anything crazy at a wedding.
Yeah. Let's see what this one says.
What was the greatest
Come from behind
Come from
victory in sports history?
sports?
I
Like, I
mean,
guess you're not really into sports,
look.
but
No.
That's
couldn't answer
Poppy
that.
could probably answer that one about the Patriots, I'm sure.
Oh.
He might say Deflategate with his Tom Brady. Stop, please.
Would you travel into space if you could?
Would you travel into space if you
No,
could?
no, thank you. I like my
Okay, wait, wait,
firmly
wait,
planted on the ground.
Yes.
Wait, I'm gonna pick one for you.
They all want to
I'm
ask
gonna pick
you
one. I'm gonna pick one for her.
Well,
What makes a person exceptional? Stop.
What makes a person
hey, Will.
Exceptional.
exceptional?
Come over here, Roman. Come over here.
Makes a person
Come over here. Stop. You're gonna get a strike. Come here.
Being
You're
trustworthy
gonna get a
and always telling the truth.
Okay, you pick one. I'm gonna ask.
try.
Here. Let him stand in front of you because he's little. I want him in the video too. I want
Okay.
all of us, our whole family.
Is it okay to talk about politics at the dinner table?
In our family, because we all have the same views.
Yes, but not if you're with people that you know are of different mind.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Stop, Roman.
that would only cause a lot of distress.
And what are the 2 things you taught me that you never talk about with people? The 2 things. You always told me 2 things you never discuss with people. With friends or at work or something.
Oh, politics and religion.
Yep. And I've told the kids. Roman,
Yeah.
can you please stop
Okay,
saying
I'm gonna pick one for you.
Jack,
And
phone's
it's gonna be like
in
the
there.
last one.
No, it bends. It's supposed to be like that, yeah.
Okay. What's your favorite family story?
Oh, that's a good one. Roman, can you please be quiet so Gigi can answer
When
this
I
question?
was maybe 10 or 11,
We're going way back.
if I was able to save 50 cents, I was able to go with my brother to 119th Street
Joseph Reed.
and rent a bicycle, a 2-wheel bicycle, for 50 cents for an hour. And I got such a thrill out of that. When I was a toddler, I had a little tricycle. But as I got older and living in the city, we didn't have I didn't have a 2-wheeler bicycle.
Are you okay? Is your hand? I don't want you to fall.
I have one
he's
more
ready to slip right-
question.
Well, wait, she's not done. Stop.
So that was a thrill to be able to go to 119th Street and for 50 cents rent a bicycle.
How did they
for an
keep
hour.
track of the hour? Like, what if somebody didn't come back with it? They'd have
We
to pay
always
another 50
did.
cents?
No, we just did.
Yeah.
we
I'm sure a lot of bikes got stolen though. Then now they have trackers on
Today
bikes
they
and
would
stuff.
be,
You
but
could
not
ride. Yeah.
that we were honest
Okay.
back then.
Yeah.
That I have one more question. This one's
I like that one. I never heard that. You never told me that.
Which songs makes you want to dance no matter what?
Rod Stewart. I know the answer to that one for her. But tell me.
Oh, I like Maggie May. I like Elvis Presley songs. I didn't meet him, but I saw Elvis Presley.
Tell the story about seeing Elvis
open
Presley.
it.
Roman, shh.
I get something with my
Okay.
I saw Elvis Presley when I was 15 years old on the Ed Sullivan Show.
Oh.
I was one of the screaming girls in the balcony. That if you ever see a rerun of the Ed Sullivan Show when Presley was on, you'll hear my voice screaming and
Oh, I gotta
shouting,
Google that.
yelling for
Over there.
Elvis.
I don't want to hear it. It's gonna get
And
recorded.
I loved all his songs. I loved his voice.
Okay. Do you want to pick one more now?
Roman, would you like to pick a question for Gigi? Come here. Can you pick a question for
I don't
Gigi?
think he's gonna be able to read it.
What?
I don't think he's gonna be able to read it.
Such a good way. Hopi, can you move over so Roman can pick the question for Gigi?
Moment. How about Gigi? You'll pick it and then Gigi will read it. Okay?
Oh.
Yeah, don't pick the front one because that one's not a question.
Sorry, I've been wanting to
pick
do
one,
this all
okay?
day, but then they were upstairs and we were talking.
Just one. Just one.
I've always wanted to do this. I got it in Lake George last summer.
Roman,
What
read it.
dramatic event happened in your hometown that you still remember?
Dramatic event in my hometown that I still remember. I'd have to think a little while about that.
So would that be Pelham? Would that be Harlem? Harlem would be your hometown, right? What do you consider your hometown?
Well,
Like when you think of your childhood, what is?
145 East 117th Street between Lexington and 3rd Avenue. And I used to go to a grocery store just up the street, and we played up the street where all the other kids were. I did roller skate down there in my jeans, and when I fell, I always got a hole in my jeans. And then we called them dungarees, not jeans.
jeans.
They were dungarees, and they were all dark blue.
Yeah.
And
Were they bell bottoms or no? Bell
no,
bottoms were later on.
no. And of course, the ponytail was a horse's tail back then. We
Yeah.
called it a horse's tail, not a
What?
ponytail.
I'm gonna put my hair in a horse's tail.
Horse, that's what we called it, instead of a ponytail,
Say
it
that
was a
from now
horse's
on,
tail.
yeah.
And, well, I'd go down the street to play where all the other kids were, and we would take the top of a can, like can of soup, the metal top, and we'd fold it into a triangle, and we use that as a patsy.
What's a
And
patsy?
A patsy is when you have chalk and you make a design on the street, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we take the patsy and we throw it, and we'd have to hop on to the first step and try to hop all the way till we picked up the patsy, and that was the game, and whoever did it won.
So it was like hopscotch, or it was just you just
So-
threw things on it?
And we played all kinds of
Hope
games.
stop.
We played running up the stairs and see who could get down faster, and we
You
played-
and Joe, or you and your friends?
No, my friends.
Yeah.
Joe was 4 years older than I did, and he used to play stickball with the end of a broom. Instead of baseball, they didn't have a bat. They had the end of a broom right on the street there. So I have a lot of. We had different kind of games than the kids have now. You know, now you buy things in the stores. Then we just played with what we had. So that's it.
I have one more question.
Sorry.
One.
Come in the
What's
screen.
the story behind your name?
My name is Helen Mary Ann Reed.
Anna's in your name? You never told me that. I thought it was just
That
Helen
was-
Mary Reed. Maher.
I was Helen Mary Reed, but when I was confirmed, you pick a name for confirmation.
Yeah.
And the
What was
name I-
mine? Do you remember mine? Was
The
it Mary?
name, my name was Ann. You were Alexandra, Tara.
What was my was it Mary? My confirmation name?
I honestly don't remember.
I think it was
Go
Mary.
ahead, so Gigi,
Yeah, but what was the story behind your name?
Yeah, what's the story
It's like,
behind
why
Helen?
did Gigi name you Helen?
Helen was her mother's name.
A microphone is right there. Stop talking.
My grandmother's name was Nellie. They called her Nellie, but her name was Helen.
I didn't know that.
Nellie was like a nickname for Helen.
So that would be my great grandma, because
Yeah.
Gigi was my great grandma. So
No,
that'd
she'd be
my
Gigi.
great.
Two greats.
Gigi.
Two greats.
Yeah.
It'd be Gigi.
So
Well,
I was
her
named
mom
after
was
her.
my Gigi.
So then, her
And
she-
mom's mom would be
she-
Gigi.
I was born on December 16th, and that's the same day, 2 years before that.
What year were you born?
1941.
I had to
And,
grow up in the 50s with all the great music.
and that's the same day that she went to heaven 2 years before, on December
Wait,
16th.
your grandmother? Real? I never knew you were named after her.
Yep,
I never knew that.
yep.
So why did she go by Nellie instead of Helen?
Well, years ago, they called people whose name was Helen Nellie.
You never wanted to go by Nellie? You didn't like that?
No, I just never, it never occurred to me.
Yeah, I never knew that. See, that's why I like these, because even though I spent my whole life with you, you know, that's the
These
thing.
are things you don't think of talking
But see,
about.
that's the thing which I realized with my kids. Like,
It's fun.
they know me as mom, but they
Yeah.
don't know me as Allie, as a
Yes,
person.
right.
And
Turn that out, turn that out.
everybody is, you know,